Hey everybody, I'm out taking a walk right now, and I thought I would just do a quick video for you. I wanted to talk a little bit about, twin flame mission, and if there is such a thing. I mean, there are going to be some people that say, oh, there's no such thing as a mission that the twin flames go on, and some people are going to say, oh yeah, no, there is a mission, and the mission is to, save the world and raise, the consciousness of the planet. Other people will say it's an individual mission. I wouldn't say that any of those are right or wrong answers. Especially the last one. I do think it's a very individual thing, and that the twin flame journey can never be put into like a science or a metric that is measurable for each person. There's of course going to be similarities between everyone's journey. Signs, of course, that are pretty common that you are on a twin flame journey. But there's no such thing as a, blueprint of how it's actually going to work for each and every individual. It just doesn't work that way. We're all so unique. We're all on different paths. We all have a different purpose and, perspective. And it's a very intimate relationship that we have with Source. Truly, the only one that really understands our journey, our plight, is Source. Because that Source within you is connected to the Source outside of you. Really, they're one and the same. They're not separate from each other. And it's with you all the time. Even your, twin flame or the people that are closest to you can never truly fully understand the path that you've walked on, right? They've never walked in your shoes. You can resonate, you can have common ground, but it's never going to be the same. So the twin flame mission, in my opinion, does exist. And I think I have a unique perspective on it, but I'm not sure if it's unique or not. It's just my perspective. I haven't come across a lot of people that have had this perspective, but I'm sure I'm not the only one. Somebody out there, some other people out there, I'm sure, have had a similar type of personal experience or revelation about this. But the mission of the twin flames, how it happens and how it's going to work itself out and what the outcomes of that are going to be different for each set of twins and for each individual within that set. But where I think the common ground in between is that the mission of the twin flames is to wake up. It is to become aware of consciousness, aware of your higher self first, and then being the higher self. Like, the awakening is recognizing that you are the higher self. You don't have a higher self out here somewhere watching you, telling you who you are. You are the higher self. You have a body, but the body isn't necessarily you. It's an aspect of you. It's a part of you. There's a deer right there. Oh, sorry. A pretty little deer. I don't know if you guys can see it. Can you see that deer right there? I focused on it here. Yeah, right there. There it is. Sorry, the sun's out and I can't see super well, but you guys can see it right there. I don't think it likes me looking at it very much, but I'm in a beautiful area you can see. Pretty Utah mountains. It's very gorgeous here. But the mission of the twin flames really truly is that. That's why the journey plays out the way that it does. Because when you first meet your twin flame, you're very much still, even if you've been on a spiritual journey and you've been spiritual, which many of us were not, but many of us were. And even if you were spiritual prior to meeting your twin flame, this is next level stuff, you guys. This is not, like, this is the awakening process. It's the ascension. It's your path to enlightenment. That's the mission of the twin flames. And again, how it plays out is going to be different. The outcome of it is going to be different. But the point is waking up and recognizing who you are and stepping into your own power, your sovereignty, your self-realization, your coming back to and remembering. It's really the resurrection of the soul in human form, because up until then you really thought you were just this human, right? And that you have a higher self somewhere, maybe that there's a God somewhere, but you don't really understand it. You're trying to figure it out. I mean, everybody is. That's, at least those that are interested in it and not denying it. But your twin flame is meant to wake you up. And the way that this happens, in a way, it's kind of the same for everyone. The divine masculine always runs, right? At least we perceive that what they're doing is running. That's what we call it. That's what we think it is in the beginning. And we're like upset and freaked out. And, you know, we feel like something was given to us only to be, you know, snatched away from us. And it hurts and it's painful. And we go into a dark night of the soul, which is a whole beast of its own, like nothing anyone's ever. It's not depression, it's something else. Depression can be a part of it, but it's something much deeper, as you know, because you've been on this journey. But your twin flame runs, and that's kind of the beginning of that for you. And our first inclination is to chase after them, because we feel that what we want exists and resides within them, and that we can't have it if we can't have them. And that's why we feel this lack and this loss. We feel like, you know, how can I ever feel that love again? I'll never find that in anyone else. I'll never, you know, connect with someone the way that I connected with them. I've been looking for this my whole life. What kind of cruel joke is this? We can even get angry at God. And, you know, I certainly did. I cursed God out quite a bit. I will admit, we had some words. But I came to the realization fairly early on that it was happening for a reason. And I had seen growth. I mean, as little as 30 days into that process, I just had these deeper feelings of awareness that something bigger was happening. And then, of course, over the last 5 years, that has deepened dramatically through personal revelation. But when they run from you, you have no other choice. The pain and the suffering, which is all perspective. It's the mind freaking out. It's so unbearable that the only way to relieve ourselves from it is to seek out information. And the more we seek out information, which is still outside of ourselves, we start to go inward, because we come across twin flame information, people that are further down the path, and they're trying to give us hints and clues as to how to navigate through this journey. And they say, you got to go within, you've got to, you know, make it about your spiritual journey. And, you know, I remember thinking, what in the heck does it even mean to go within? And I kept thinking, I already know me, I already have me, I don't want me, I want them. But boy, was I wrong. I didn't know me. I didn't have me. And what I thought I was seeking in them, I came to the realization could only be found within me. To believe that it was even something that they gave me in the first place was a complete misnomer and false, reality. It was just a perception. And that's because I was externally focused, which is what this journey is waking you up to, is for you to go from being exoteric to being esoteric. That's what it means to go within, is to start seeking answers from within yourself, following your intuition, believing in yourself, trusting yourself, not looking for someone else to lead you or guide you, and also not looking for someone else to fulfill your needs. When we look for our needs to be fulfilled anywhere outside of ourselves, we're always going to be let down on some level, because everything outside of us is finite and imperfect and temporary. The only place that we can really find true love, the only place that we can find happiness, is within ourselves. We are actually the creators of the love that we seek. When you met your twin flame and the love that you felt for them so profoundly was being experienced from within you, you thought it was coming from something outside of you. But the truth is it wasn't coming from something outside of you. It was something that you created and experienced all on your own. You just gave yourself permission because somebody else you felt like was giving you permission. See, now I'm loved. Somebody loves me. I'm worthy of love. Well, you were always worthy of love. Your twin flame didn't even need to come in order for you to realize that you were worthy of love. But because we are born and conditioned in a world where we're seeking validation outside of ourselves, and we're just taught that that's the way that it is, that that's the way that it works from the time that we're born. So we look for that outside of ourselves. Your awakening journey, the mission of the twin flames, is to take you back to what is actually the real world, away from the illusion, the finite, the material world of form, the kaleidoscope, the matrix, whatever you want to call it, the illusion of Maya. Many names, all the same thing. It is a product of your inner world, not the other way around. And so until we wake up, we are subject to rulership from things outside of ourselves. When we wake up, we're no longer subject to that. We become the kings and queens of our own realm, our own life, which we always were. We find that we always were that, but we didn't know it. We were asleep. We didn't realize we were creating our own reality. Even your twin flame running is, in a sense, of your own creation. And that's a whole nother topic, but it's true. Your twin flame's not actually running from you. But that's a whole other thing. And that goes deeper down the rabbit hole, and that's a few videos away from where we're at right now. But anyway, yeah. The twin flame journey, the mission is to simply awaken, to remember who you are, to remember your true self, your consciousness. You are consciousness. You are the observer, the witness. You are the God within. And until you stop serving everything outside of you and instead decide to serve the God within and let that be your compass, you'll always be led down dead-end corridors in the labyrinth of life. If you want to get to the center, you got to follow the only one that can take you there, which is the God within you. You all have it. Every single one of you. You are it. And when you start to realize that, you realize that everything outside of you is actually always pointing you back within. It's not like the twin flame. They wake us up. They start the whole process. But it's like a pinpointed mark of where things kind of start to change. Your whole journey has been about that. There was just a foundation being built that was leading you to that point where everything turned and you start going within instead of being only without. I mean, just the word without in and of itself is a word of lack, right? I'm without this, I'm without that, you know? Going within is recognizing that you already are the love that you seek. You already are the abundance. You are the creator of your life. You're 100% responsible for where you're at, no matter what circumstances you faced along the way. And it's a beautiful thing. It really is. When you step into that place, it's empowering. And that's what I want to do, is empower each and every one of you to get to that place that you're desperately seeking from your twin flame. To realize you don't need to seek it outside of yourself. It was never taken away from you. It was never given to you. It wasn't something that was ever outside of you to begin with. It wasn't something for someone to give or take away. It was just you all along. So I'm going to leave it right there. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.